Yeah, get it around your waist.
Turn left onto Headland Road.
Is that what I smell?
Oh yeah, sometimes do some of those again.